Hello and welcome back to another TCG Live pack opening. Today we're cracking open 8 Scarlet Violet Temporal Forces packs. Pineco hopping their way up the rock-lined path. Torracat running around the mountains at sunset. Scyther easily slicing through all the bamboo. Grotto being pushed back in battle. I love the design for this. It's got a very classic Gen 1-esque style, or at least with like the shading and lighting, and like especially with their head and their bushes on their back, the one on the left, or right for us, his left, our right. But yeah, I love the style for this. Keldeo cantering across the water's surface. Ooh, the wonderfully designed Sharpedo breaching the water and being silhouetted by the beautiful full moon behind them. Mudsdale in the mountains, I believe, ready to charge. Bramblegast in the desert for our first reverse. A very interesting style, like, clearly Bramblegast is like drawn, but like the background, I guess the way it's blurred and stuff, it almost makes it look like it's an IRL background. Anyways, that's our first reverse. Second would be the Great Tusk, easily smashing down the trees. And our rare of the pack is the Koraidon, shredding their way through the jungle. Drillbur rolling around in the fresh dirt. Yamper resting under the big tree in the afternoon. Tranquil flying over the forest as the clouds start to part above them. The confused Meryl as they sink to the bottom of the lake, or ocean one. Lycanroc with their eye locked on the sky. Fortress attached high in the trees. Delmise having been washed up on the shore. Bianca's Devotion Trainer for our first reverse. Second would be that wonderful Sharpedo silhouetted by the moon. And our rare of the pack is, my boy, Torterra EX. I love that we have like roots and stuff behind them. I love that they're starting to, well, I say they're starting to, like this is a new set, but I love that they've progressed towards doing some more for the backgrounds than just blank, like they have in like Sun and Moon and in the past and stuff. I love it. The group of Wiglet near the underground cave all extended out but one. Slugmuch reversing the mountains that are extremely red for some reason. Snom making lines in the snow. Oh, the pair of Snom, excuse me, I almost missed that guy in the back. The happy Mudbray having just finished rolling around in the mud. Rabombi observing all the beautiful flowers at night. Delmise washed up on the shore. Hand Trimmer Trainer. Torracat running around the mountains. Vigavolt flying around the forest, ready to vice grip the first thing that comes around them. For our second reverse, I maybe mentioned it. And we have the Roaring Moon unleashing a hyper voice above the ancient jungle. Matang floating above the very sharp mountains. The adorable Cutie Fly trying to get nectar from the hat. Medichan trading in the colorful forest. Mr. Mime wandering the city streets. Vigavolt flying through the forest. Bianca's Devotion Trainer. Golurk wandering the grasslands in the light of the blood-red sunset. Nuzly swiftly running through the forest for our first reverse. Second would be Fluttermane unleashing a Shadow Ball. And our rare of the pack would be the Drampa flying through the mountains. You know, honestly, Drampa doesn't even look like a creature that could fly, but I mean, it makes sense. And I say we're about halfway there. The slightly surprised Deerling wandering the forest. Electabuzz rearing back for a fierce electric punch. Hoot Hoot on the ivy-covered tree branch. Licky Licky using their tongue to grab some berries from the trees. Keldeo cantering across the water. Explorer's Guidance Trainer. Electivire in the facility, sending zaps through the walls and floors. Boltoned running across the open field for our first reverse. Second would be Turtonator, just adding to the flames in the lava-covered area. And a very nice Hello to Dunsparce crawling their way up through the earth. I love these X-ray shots, or like cross-section shots, whatever you want to call them. Azumarill sinking into the water while surrounded by beautiful flowers. Solosis floating around the abandoned building. Golett sitting in the cave ruins. Of wandering the very overgrown and mushroom-covered forest. Rose Raid extending their thorny vines while around the beautiful roses. My boy Sandy Shocks, probably one of my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, kicking their way through the rocks with ease. Shaman in the beautiful blooming meadow at sunset. Venison breaching the water on a beautiful day. For our first reverse, second would be Rockruff trying to defend their home. And our rare of the pack is a very nice Gengar EX Hyper Rare. I don't think I said that Torterra earlier was a Hyper Rare, but it probably was as well. Couple of packs to go. Oh, poor Lickitung having tasted something awfully nasty. Breloom also in the shroom-covered forest. Totodile having collected a stick from the lake. The nice Model Minccino on the rock in the grasslands. Metagross plowing through rocks as they spin around the mountains. Delmise washed up on the shore. A very nice Rabsca in the colorful forest. Maybe that's the trees are that color because the light off of their orb thing. I'm not really sure if it produces light. Cottony floating above the berries and cotton for our first reverse. Second would be the very nice Feraligatr in the swamp. And our rare of the pack is the very nice Iron Leaves EX as leaves whip all around them on the wind. Alrighty, it's come that time once again to find out is last pack best pack or not. If you want more details on the rules, there's a video link down below. We have a pretty good shot at it if I'm not mistaken, so let's see how it goes. Meryl sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Finizen breaching the water. The very tired looking Rellor at the end of a long day. Frostmoth under the beautiful Aurora as they fly over the bright city. Bolthound running through the field. Great Tusk just smashing down the trees. Haha, gorgeous Latios spinning around as they fly over the ocean at sunset. Great Tusk smashing down the trees for our first reverse. Second would be Metachan training in the colorful forest, and our rare of the pack is Whimsicott flying high above the forest as well. Though that is unfortunately going to be another no for last pack best pack. If I'm not mistaken, the streak ticks up from 10 to 11. Well, that's about it out of me. As always, I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for another TCG Live pack opening.